Roll for initiative.
Hello, folks out there in the Roll for Initiative podcast land. Guess what? This podcast is not over. It is not dead. We are back, and with a vengeance.
That's right. We've had a, what was it? We've been resurrected.
We be resurrected. That's correct. With improper grammar, we be resurrected.
We be resurrected. 10,000 gold pieces, I think.
For you, Nick, it's like 20.
Dang.
Yeah. As you hear,
high cost of living. Get it? High cost of living. Resurrect. Okay.
The voices you're hearing now, if you're listening to this for the very first time, this is a podcast about Advanced Dungeons & Dragons First Edition only. And the first voice you heard was myself, DM Vincent. I'm one of your hosts, along with DM Nick, who's the other voice, who just said hi. And it's a special treat because we're missing one of our hosts this week. We brought in DM Crispy from the Save or Die podcast from the WGPRN family. Crispy?
How's it going?
Wow, that's all you got for me?
I was going to do something about being reincarnated instead of resurrected, but it was too much of a stretch.
Yeah. Anyway.
I was going to do a different voice. And
yeah, okay.
I got resurrected as Christopher Walken.
How's it going?
It's great.
Right.
It's weird. Ow!
So anyway, people have been wondering where we've been. We just we took a little, mental break pretty much. Right, Nick?
What? Yeah, I just took a mental break right there.
Yeah, I guess so. You can always keep in contact with us by email, by the voicemail line, which at 570-825-4210, the RFI hotline.
Hotline.
Yes.
Ooh, got some over here.
Jeez. Or you can go to osrgaming.org, our forums, where you can chat away. Even Nick is on there finally.
Yeah. I think I have around 10 posts.
Yeah, I think so.
Something like that.
Crispy's on there as one of the moderators, even though I haven't seen him in a few days, but he's on there.
I was just on not too long ago.
Oh, you were? Okay.
Yes, moderating with extreme moderation.
With an iron fist.
I do. I moderate all the time. I change people's posts to make them sound stupid. It's good fun.
Sure.
Oh, that's a good time.
Nice. So our website... we're trying to get the articles up as fast as we can, but, when people don't approve them and, wrong grammar and...
Stupid kobolds can't type.
Yeah, really. But, just remember you can always email us if you have any questions. So, what have you guys been doing? Nick, what have you been up to lately?
I'm up to 6'1".
Oh, really?
Yes.
You grew since the last time I saw you.
Actually, what was it? Just a few weeks ago, we had our monthly game, Temple of Elemental Evil, and they got to, again, my group doing something completely off the deep end. I should always expect the unexpected from my group.
Yeah.
Anybody who's familiar with that particular module, the Moat House area, and the dungeon below, and there's all the different... Well, in my version, I got the Hackmaster version, and there's goblins and bugbears down there, and a few other brigands, what have you.
Okay.
Well, the original leader, Lareth, he's not there anymore. He was replaced by a Quickling, which are nasty in itself because they're super fast, and try to cast spells against them. They have saves like an 18th level cleric, and so they actually captured the thing. He's begging for his life, and they basically made the impression to the rest of the dungeon that they were in charge now. They actually pulled it off. They had the bugbears and the goblins and everybody believing that the party was sent by the temple to get things straight. I mean, and send people on errands to their certain doom and everything. Basically having evil work against itself, which the paladins in the party had no problem with whatsoever.
Really?
So, really? They're like, hey, we're using evil against itself. I'm good with that. So that's where we kind of ended up with. And next they'll probably be on to, I believe it's Nuld, that town before the temple, and then the temple itself. So it was an interesting night.
Cool. How much different is the Hackmaster one from the original one?
Well, it's got a different title. Instead of the different elements, it's called the Temple of Existential Evil.
Jeez.
It's more about things like entropy and chaos instead of earth, fire, and water. And I almost said earth, wind, and fire, but that was a group from the 70s and 80s. But,
Dear God.
But
let them stay there.
But it's not that much different. I have both, the original and the Hackmaster version, and I highly recommend both. I think they're both very good. If you can't get a hold of the original, use the Hackmaster version and modify it to your campaign. It's easily done. It's basically the same system, not that much different.
Yeah, it's pretty much similar. So there's a few minor details.
Yeah, it's some minor stuff. Just drop the 20 hit point kicker that you usually get in Hackmaster, and away you go.
Yeah, I have one of them. I have one of the modules. Keep on the Borderland, I think it's called.
Yes, fantastic, isn't it?
I read through it just to see it. I mean, some of the stats were a little bit confusing in it to me at first, but other than that, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. They really took the original and just kind of took it to the next level. I like how they fleshed it out a little more.
And it's huge too. I mean, it's not a small little module. It's a thick book.
Yeah, it's almost you could almost call it a mini campaign.
Yeah.
So
that's cool. So Crispy, what have you been doing?
I haven't been doing a lot of anything. I've kind of taken a bit of a sabbatical from DMing. I've just been playing in a. I know this is the AD&D First Edition All the Time Only podcast, but I've been playing in my friend Daniel's Pathfinder game. We're introducing some new players, and I recently taught. We recently taught my little sister D&D 3.5, and she's been playing with friends, and she basically loves it. It's very weird.
You should be teaching her old school.
Should. We might be getting a family D&D game together now that because she just graduated high school, and so her mom was like, now that all our kids are gone and graduated high school, now we can play D&D again.
What?
That's funny.
Yeah, basically they've waited 25 years to play D&D again.
Wow.
While they work their butts off to pay for everything. But for that, I'm probably going to be running either because they grew up with First Edition, so either First Edition or Labyrinth Lord.
Oh, cool!
Loves me some Labyrinth Lord.
Yeah, you really like that Labyrinth Lord.
I do. I like it because it has the AEC as well, and it gives the First Edition options while keeping the kind of more free flow, basic feel. But that's it for me. What about you, Vince?
Well, I've mostly been working, new job, studying for tests, getting myself certified so I can make more money.
It's always good.
Yeah,
we know you're certifiable.
Wow, Nick. Yeah. Getting ready for Gen Con. That's coming up in about 60 days, so less than that now, probably about 50. Around there. I'm excited about going to Gen Con this year. Running 2 games.
What games are you running?
2 D&D BX games.
That's cool. Right, yeah.
So,
and everybody listening out there, Origins is, well, according to this, our time, next week. Actually, about this time, I'll be gaming away at Origins.
Woo!
It'll be awesome. Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be really good. This will be my friend Jeff. He's getting deployed to Afghanistan in September, so this will be our last con to go with him before he gets deployed. So we're going to have an all-out big bash for him. It's going to be a good time.
Cool.
It's going to be good. I'm doing that for a friend who's coming back from Afghanistan. We're going to have a big D&D session because I haven't seen him in 7 years since he's been gone. Yeah. And he was one of my first, the first group that we ever formed. He was in there, and we're going to get everyone back together.
Oh, I did play in one game a couple Sundays ago. It was called Weird World 2. Sorry, try that one more time. Weird World 2 or something like that's called?
Weird World War, something like that?
Yeah, 2 it's called.
Yeah.
It was a D20 game, but it was actually kind of cool because we were during the 1940s and we were running around and the DM had robot Nazis chasing us and werewolf Nazis chasing us. So it was kind of cool.
That sounds awesome.
I know. Actually, I want to play it again because it was kind of fun.
Okay, so I just had this conversation today. Like, so you have Nazi zombies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Zombies are already, bad. And so are Nazis.
Right.
If you combine them, does that really make either one of them any more bad?
Well, doesn't it cancel itself out and make them good?
Well, no, because Nazi zombies are the worst. Or zombie Nazis, or Nazi, whichever one.
Well, if they're both evil, doesn't two evils make a good?
Well, no. Well, two wrongs don't make a right, Vince.
Oh, they don't?
But three rights make a full circle.
True. As we're trailing off here, let's actually head into our first segment of the night, Table Manners.
Typical. Of all the evil creatures in the world, I'd like to find one with table manners.
What, are you kidding me? I spent years cultivating the worst table manners on the planet.
Table manners.
So for Table Manners this week, we're going to theme this show tonight and talk about some things that people have been asking for in our forums, as we all know. No, not at all.
No way.
Well, we did spend a whole show on demons, but I decided for this show we're going to set this one as devils.
Sorry, I had something in my throat.
That's good.
That was actually pretty good, yeah. So the theme of this show is The Devil Took My Role. I don't know, I thought that was kind of catchy. So for Table Manners, we're going to talk a little bit about setting the mood for using devils. So deciding on a plot, research is very important, and what props you would use at the table. So Nick, have you ever used devils in your campaign?
Yes, I have. In fact, I'm using them in my current campaign.
Really?
Yes. The current campaign, to kind of reiterate from, I think I talked about it previously, is the group has traveled 500 years into the future of the campaign world, and it's pretty much evil has won. And there are demons and devils running about the land. They haven't run into any as of yet, but they are there. Yeah, basically the whole world has gone the HE double hockey sticks.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, and there's a very small bastion of good that's left on the fringes of the continent. And, and the temple as existential or elemental evil plays a significant role. I've kind of fit that into the campaign. So, yeah, I am using devils in the campaign setting. So, in a very, I thought, at least from my perspective, kind of unique role where basically evil is won over the world.
As you know, I've used devils in mine. I used Asmodeus, and we'll talk about him a little bit later, but I used him in my Book of Sorrows campaign. Crispy got to experience that firsthand, and as Trask.
Oi.
Thank you for a little Trask.
You're welcome.
And basically, for those who didn't listen to the campaign, which quite a few people didn't, but quite a few did, but I used Asmodeus as the focal point of the cult that was trying to resurrect Asmodeus back into the world. They had to find the Book of Sorrows, which led to pretty much the secret had to resurrect him. And as you found out at the end, they have to keep running around with the book to keep it away from the evil. But
Nice.
It draws them to it like flies to a fire.
Yeah, we need to bring that campaign back.
You know what? Actually, I'm down for that.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
You know the rest, like Mike and Leaf and Terry, are all going to be jumping all over you now.
I know. So, I'm good to play Book of Sorrows again.
All right.
Bring back me trust voice and
lose your voice.
Drink
again.
some beers, higher.
Yeah, that's cool because I know Andy was saying, well, I miss playing Corbin the other day, he was saying.
I miss Corbin too. Corbin was a lot of fun. He was such a stick in the mud.
Yeah. Anyway, so have you ever used the devil in any of your campaigns, Crispy?
I haven't, but there was this one campaign where I was trying to stop Asmodeus.
Oh, really? Do tell.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me about that?
I think some people might have heard it because we recorded it, but I played this dwarf named Trask. No, I've never actually used devils. I've used demons and extraplanar horrors, but never devils. I don't know. Just Never had a chance yet, I think is what it is.
Yeah.
Because they're cool. I mean, you got some really cool devils.
Yeah, it's just that devils are a lot more powerful in nature than the demons themselves. I really think they should be categorized as one thing, but...
I think that also kind of plays into their... If you look at their alignments, I mean, lawful evil, the devils, probably, a bit more organized and hierarchical than the demons. They're definitely more cutthroat on at least on the surface, unlike probably devils are a little bit more backstabbing and plotting behind the scenes than versus demons, which are a little bit more in your face.
Right. Well, decide on a plot. If you're going to use the devil, decide on a plot and stick to it and try to revolve it around the devil somehow. He doesn't have to be in the game itself. His name could be all over. His symbol could be all over the place. There could be a cult doing his, evil bidding.
Oh, you just brought up something I just remembered.
Go ahead.
There is a module by Brave Halfling Publishing.
Uh-huh.
And let's see if I remember this correctly. It's called The Forgotten Temple of Beelzebub.
Beelzebub?
Or... No.
Beelzebub?
I have the module. It's a high-level module. I think the lowest level is like 13th level you can do it.
It doesn't go to 100?
No, it's not Thrones of Bloodstone, for God's sake.
A4 is the one that does that?
No, this is about... Yeah, something like that.
Level 100.
Yeah, the Bloodstone one. But anyway, this one, Forgotten Temple of Beelzebub or something like that. Or not Beelzebub or something like that. But it's like levels 13 through 15. I have it. Okay. I quickly read through it. It's a very interesting module because, like you're talking about the whole cult thing, there's a cult that follows this devil, and there's actually some demons in it, too. I don't want to give away too much.
Beelzebub is actually in the monster manual. I'm actually going through
that's what I meant.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
He, judging by the fact that he has fly eyes, I'm guessing he's the Lord of Flies.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably supposed to be Beelzebub. But, I mean, like, Satan has 80 million different names, so... The Devil. I mean, all of these could be the Devil. When you get up to the Archdevils, at least.
Yeah.
Asmodeus, the King of Hell, the Prince of Hell, or whatever. But
it's also very important when you pick your devil to do some research on him.
Mm-hmm.
There is tons and tons of stuff on the internet you can get information about demons and devils about. Don't rely just on the books. I mean, if you just want some flavor, I'm sure you could just Google any one of the demons and you'll find tons of information about it. Yeah. I know Paizo made a whole bunch of books based around a bunch of demons and devils. One of them being Asmodeus, because I remember there was a Prince of... what was the name of that book? Softcover book. It was called Princes of Darkness or something, part 1 or something.
I want to say that, but like I know Paizo's campaign setting, there's a whole like country that is basically devoted to devil worship, and it's tainted by devils.
Yeah.
Cheliax, the city of devils.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah, it's cool. Like, and they have like they're really, really into the devils over at Paizo.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't really deal with the campaign setting that much. It's I have a copy, but like, and it's a nice reference, but I'm not playing in Pathfinder's world. I'm playing in my own. But they are a good place to go.
Yeah, they did a whole book on research of hell and the hierarchy. It's a really good read if you just want it for fluff.
Mm-hmm. Okay. They also did a book called Misfit Monsters Redeemed that has like the Flump and the Flail Snail in it, and they tried to make them cool again.
Cool.
Well, not the Flump. Can't make that cool no matter what you do.
I don't know. Like Flump's become some kind of like weird extraplanar guardian that is like trying to keep the walls of reality together or something like that.
Well, if you're talking about research, one of the things I found was going through my, various Dragon magazine issues, and I found this one. It's either one you could find it. It's either in Best of Dragon Volume 2
mm-hmm.
or the August 1979 issue of Dragon. It's number 28. It's called The Politics of Hell.
Yes, I remember seeing that article.
Yeah, I have that. Well, I have all the Best of Dragons.
Yes, and this just kind of warn our readers. This kind of takes a Judeo-Christian slant on the whole thing. So that's just this. That's just how it is. But I think it's a great reference article, nonetheless. I think it's really, really good. I think whoever wrote it actually did their research pretty well. And they give stats for Satan.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Which we could probably cover a little bit later.
Yeah. I just did a quick search just for anybody for Asmodeus in Google, and right away Wikipedia comes up. The Dungeons and Dragons Asmodeus pops up second there. The Catholic Encyclopedia. All different various places you can look just by Googling. There's your flavor fluff.
Yep.
So what about props? Anyone use any props?
Yeah, actually. Anytime I use any kind of demonic thing, the first thing I like to do is go down to the local butcher shop and just buy a goat fetus that you can sacrifice.
Oh my!
You might want to lay down a tarp. It gets a little messy, and make sure your sacrificial dagger is sharpened.
It's your serpentine dagger, right?
Well, yeah, it's hard to sharpen though because it's all squiggly.
Yeah, that's a prop, all right.
Well, when you're not going to jail that night, or getting ready to go to jail.
Our listeners, this is all tongue in cheek, of course.
Yes, of course.
Right?
Yes.
I know what you guys are talking about. Like, I actually worship Asmodeus.
Okay, moving on.
There's nothing wrong worshiping Asmodeus. Don't worry about it, Crispy.
Well, it just sucks because, like, my friend Blackleaf,
jeez.
It's my fault. She killed herself.
Anyway, I've drawn up fake contracts and like made these fancy pieces of paper and like use like a red pen and stuff like that and have them dip in their hand in the red ink and stuff like that. And,
oh wow!
Yeah, it's fun to do things like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun to simulate signing your name in blood.
Or in Crispy's case, you just take the blood from the dead fetus that you sacrificed and use that.
Honestly, parents, this is a harmless game of imagination.
Sure, nothing to worry about here.
Nick, what about you, other than being horrified at the moment?
Oh, no, I'm used to it. Remember, my second favorite game is Call of Cthulhu.
True.
So, but as far as props, I can't really think of any that as far as like for devils. But you gave me some ideas, some good, some not so much. But
well, there's lots of things you could do. I mean, you can go on the internet and look how to do special writings on paper so players could figure things out, like invisible writing on a paper that you can only see with like lemon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've done stuff like that. Yeah.
So this isn't so much props, but like you could get a bunch of candles and like set the mood.
Yeah.
Some organs playing in the background.
Another setting, or the kind of like, I guess the plot, or maybe could be part of the plot line itself, is eventually maybe the player characters themselves have to make a trip to hell. They actually have to go there. They have to go to the 9 hells and defeat the evil there before it gets too late.
Huh.
You could get some red mood lighting and stuff like that. Turn up the turn up the heat so it gets really hot in your house. It's good plans.
Yeah, and the wife will be really mad at the
gas bill
when she sees it. But
the
reason I mention it, as far as like going on the plane hopping, obviously, and I'm thinking definitely higher level characters, is another great set of articles written by Ed Greenwood.
Yes.
The 9 Hells parts 1 and 2 out of Dragons, with 75 and 76. If there's any articles out of Dragon magazine that I think are the ones, if you can get photocopies of them, I don't care. These are the two that you want to get. Even if you don't use them, they're fantastic reading. They're fantastic reading. outline each layer of hell, how unique it is, who's in charge, what you find there. And he leaves it wide enough open so you can do whatever sort of plot hooks you want to go there. So I highly, highly recommend those. If you're going to introduce devils into campaigns, yeah, get these 2 articles on the 9 Hells by Ed Greenwood. Just fantastic stuff.
All right, cool. Tell us how you use devils in your campaign and how you set up the mood for that. And we're going to head into game mechanics, which goes a little bit more into detail from the DM side of playing that devil. So we'll be right back.
You think I'm mad? Perhaps I am.
What are you, a wizard, a genius?
Darn. A perfectly good brain wasted.
Game mechanics. So we're in game mechanics now, Crispy.
How to roleplay that devil.
That's right.
Or if you're really sick, how to roleplay the devil.
Ooh. So, how would you... I'm talking to you out there. Yeah, you, listening in your car while you're driving.
Joe.
Yeah, Joe.
Joe Gamer.
Joe Gamer. How would you put that devil in your campaign and let the players know that he's there without actually being there? What do you think, Joe Nick?
Oh, yeah. I got scared there for a minute.
Did you?
But yeah, I think how you're setting it up is like, yes, if you're going to have a major devil in your campaign somewhere, he's definitely going to be working behind the scenes. There's no way in hell he's going to be out there on the front lines slugging it out with the player characters, because he's not stupid.
Yeah.
He's going to be working behind the scenes either through his cult or through other minions that want to that have made contracts with them. Could be various magic users, whatever. He's going to set out, create a web of literally a conspiracy. I think you might want to call it. He's gonna plot his way to to conquer the world through his followers and whoever wants to work with him.
Cool. I like to do the whole, every once in a while, to like mess with players. Like you see the hooded cloaked man turn the corner as he looks back at you, and then they go chasing after him, and he's not down that alley or something, and
dun, dun, dun.
And they keep seeing this guy all the time staring at them. And what about you, Crisper?
Well, I'm with you guys. It's something you have to really set up. I like the idea of using a devil because it's something you can build up to.
Yeah.
Just over time, and then do the big reveal, which is always fun.
Oh yeah.
But I think it's always good to leave little tiny hints that are just kind of weird, but would make sense when you think, Beelzebub or Legion is behind this.
Yeah, that's where
Stuff
the
like
player characters go, I think we're in above our heads right now.
Yeah.
I don't think we're in Greyhawk anymore, Toto.
Yeah.
So when your players meet the devil, finally the reveal happens, and the campaign's not over, obviously, but now it comes to the time of the devil's tempting the players with something. We always know the temptation's going to come up. Mm-hmm. And there's no mechanic like in, say, Star Wars Saga Edition, where there's a dark side temptation thing going on. So how are we going to tempt these players? What are ways you can tempt the player? Well, if you have players that have good backgrounds, you can always use that to your avail.
I was thinking something along the lines of that, have the devil's minions through the course of the adventure kill the fighter's sister or wife, whatever, and then have the devil. He's got her soul, and if you let him succeed, he'll give it back to you.
Ooh, yeah. But he's going to try every which way.
Yeah.
To try to keep that particular soul.
Of course.
So he's going to deceive the character in every which way possible. I like that. That's pretty good.
Knowing your players is the key to this one right here. and the next one too as well. We'll talk about in a second, but knowing he plays really well because my former group, I knew the players so well. They played the same type of characters all the time, like I've said many times, and I knew one character in the group always, no matter what, had a thing for helping children.
Ooh,
all the time.
Talked about this before.
Yeah. He all the time. If I would have said as a DM like, "Oh, this, I don't know, whatever, kick the kid," he would go nuts. His character would go nuts and try to save the kid, and so I would always harp on little things like that, like the demon has stolen the soul of the little child. The child will die by midnight if you go find the Book of Sorrows.
Or even worse, make children the worshippers of the demon or devil. That would be just plain twisted too.
Have the devil have the kid's voice.
Ooh.
Or the kid have the devil's voice.
Ooh.
Like have the kid's like soulless body there and the devil is just talking to them. It's with his voice. That like
Spooky.
you gotta have a deep booming devil voice.
Yes.
Like it's just kind of a prerequisite for playing a devil.
Like what's an example of a deep devil voice?
I don't know, Vincent. What is an example of deep booming devil voice?
Yeah, that's good. That sounds more like an aristocrat, but
well, the devil's always aristocratic. He's got that sweet goatee.
Why can't the devil be ghetto?
I don't. Who wants to deal with the ghetto devil?
Why can't the devil be like, "Yo, you got to get got, son.
You got to get got. I got some stuff you need to pick up for me. It's my boy Pookie.
You're gonna get got, son. Otherwise, you got your soul there." Say what, devil?
But then I think a good thing with the devil is going into the next point. Ways to trick the players. I don't know why, but the devil is just like a walking wish spell. It's always the literal, just most finite, exactly to the word kind of dealings.
Oh, wait a minute. That's like how DM Joe was.
Is it?
Yeah, he
DM
was.
Joe?
DM Joe, yes.
You need to get him on. He needs to be a guest.
I have no idea where he is. Stop it.
You need to fly to New York. Find him in his backpack.
Find him on Twitter or Facebook or something.
I've looked. Trust me. If I ever find him, he'd be like a permanent guest on the show.
Well, kind of what we're leading in here is, remember in the previous segment I was talking about in that article, what they have the stats for the devil, Satan. So
did you say Satan?
I knew someone was going to do that.
How could
what
you
is
not,
that from?
Satan?
How could you not quote the church lady?
I know.
There
Church
we go.
lady,
Okay.
little church cat.
Wow, that's... Jeez. It's been so long since I've heard of the church lady.
But this is out of that article, The Politics of Hell.
Yeah.
And this is the stats for Satan, Lucifer, wherever you want to call him.
Old Scratch.
Old Scratch, Old Nick.
Yo.
Funny, my name's Nick. Anyway, here the stats are: frequency very rare, number appearing 1,
Very rare.
Duh. 1. Armor class -8. Thought it'd be lower. Get this,
just -8.
yeah. Movement. Get this. Whatever desired. I'm not kidding.
No, he's Satan.
I mean, he's kind of Satan.
Well, if anybody recalls, well, at least I do, before he was, Satan, he was Lucifer. He was second amongst all angels in heaven. He was second to God. And yeah, he could move wherever desired. So
Yeah.
hit dice, 333 hit points. Ha ha ha. Yeah.
Go on.
I thought it would have been funny if he had 666, but...
Yeah, I know. Percentage in lair, 5%. Treasure type, does it really matter? I mean, H times 2, I times 2, U times 2. Number of attacks, 1. Damage attack, 10 to 100.
Jeez.
Really?
10 to 100 points of damage for his one attack.
That's a lot, but I would just think if Satan punches you, you die.
Pretty much. Special attacks, +3 or better weapon and purity of heart required to hit. So not only do you need a +3 or better weapon to hit him, you
need to be an anime hero.
You basically have to be a paladin before you can hit this. Magic resistance 95%.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Intelligence godlike, duh. Alignment lawful evil kind of goes with the thing. Size variable. Psionic and attacks all special, but the article just give you a little quick sum up. He's appear in any form he wishes. First to be a normal man, most likely to engender trust and respect. But he likes to appear roughly in humanoid, 4 and 7 feet tall, with horns, tail, pitchfork, and dark red. Obviously. He can teleport as fast as he wants to, or move as fast as he wants to. He can accurately teleport cross dimensions. He will travel through time if need be. Satan can travel through time, people.
He is Satan.
Anyone who dares to attack Satan psionically will automatically fall upon his control forever.
Pretty harsh.
What else? He can use any spell or psionic discipline as often as he likes. Cast spells as a 30th level caster. Except for druidic spells. He only casts as a 14th level druid.
Oh, only?
Yeah. He has the ability to alter fate in order to cause a number of unfortunate events to happen to an individual, such as the death of friends and family, and then ruin a business, career, property, blah, blah, blah.
Just basically write down does whatever he wants to do.
Pretty much.
Yeah, like that's my view of like if you're gonna fight Satan.
Yeah. In other words, don't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with those stats, pretty much just don't.
Stay away. Do not touch.
I was like,
don't poke the bear. Don't poke the Satan.
Yeah. I really like his Gamma World compatriot though. The Robot Devil.
The Robot Devil?
Yes, the Robot Devil.
Robot Satan?
You watch a little too much Futurama, aren't you?
Yeah. I was gonna do a thing, but
go ahead, do your thing.
I don't know if I can. Like, it would be a first-time impression.
Oh, you gonna do the Robot Devil voice?
I was going to, but I don't.
Do it. Do it.
It's a good thing to say.
I'll give you 100 experience points if you do it.
Heck yeah, with the 50 I got before, it's like 150. Can I have my hands?
Oh, that's good.
You're mean. Anyways, back to Satan.
That was good.
Yeah, it actually did sound like him.
That actually is good. All right, 100 experience points for you.
I'm going to write this down on my sheet. GM
Other
Crispy,
things I could impersonate.
Player Crispy. 150 XP. All right.
There you go. Soon you'll be
For
able
taking
to
time to write it down during the podcast, minus 100.
Oh, man.
Man.
Still got that 50.
So, yeah, there's more in that article in that Bastard Dragon Volume 2 about that, and actually 2 other devils. They're in there, Belial and Astaroth.
Isn't the anti-paladin in that issue too?
I think so, yes.
Yeah.
The Blackguard.
It kind of goes with the whole territory there. So.
All right. I think we've beaten this down enough.
Yes.
So tell us how you use your... Tell us how you trick players. Tell us how you tempt them. Tell us how you take them to the dark side.
How do you use the devil in your game? Or a devil?
Yes. And we'll head into Creature Feature Theater.
Creature Feature Theater.
The Creature Feature tonight will focus on one, as I said earlier, devil. Figure we'll do Asmodeus since he's mostly in the spotlight right now with all the Pathfinder games and movies and everything like that.
Asmodeus. Rock me, Asmodeus.
Ooh, Asmodeus.
Okay, are we get that out of our systems now?
I think so.
No, we need more.
So Asmodeus. Jeez. Asmodeus, the king of hell. Well, the prince of hell, I should say. Well, they list him as king of hell, prince of hell.
He's the
20,
Overlord and Duke of Hell.
Page 20 of the first monster manual.
Yes.
There he is with his sick goatee. I told you guys.
I know. Hey.
Asmodeus kind of just seems like, because, well, you know, I was researching stuff for this earlier, and Asmodeus is a real Hebrew demon.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
You're right.
he's from the Book of Tobit and Talmuds, and he is let's see here, one of the 7 princes of hell, and also I think he's also referred to as like the king of hell.
Yep.
Yes, he is considered the king of hell, the king of gamblers, the king of broken marriages. There's many names he goes by.
Yeah.
Oh, and again, referring to that Politics of Hell article, explains how Asmodeus got to rule over the 9 planes and took it over from Satan. So
Yeah, the Asmodeus article for Dungeons and Dragons has a little bit of that as well. Kind of.
Oh, wait, what article is that?
No, it's the Wikipedia page for Asmodeus parentheses Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, I got to look at that then.
Yeah, if you Wikipedia him with Dungeons and Dragons, you can find that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's got some good history there for him.
Okay.
Lots of cool stuff, him throughout the ages. But what I was going to say is Asmodeus, as he is in AD&D, is kind of a hybrid between, like, the devil and Asmodeus.
Yeah, if you look at him, he's pretty close to the stats.
Mm-hmm.
With 199 hit points, -7 AC.
Plus, they're a better weapon to hit.
Yeah.
Yep. Magic resistance 90%.
Super genius.
Just like Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah.
He's the smartest Wile E. Coyote. Super genius.
13 and a half feet tall, though.
I don't know why he's so tall, but
I don't. Yeah, like, well, I guess he's a demon or a devil, rather. So he can be as tall as he wants to be.
Yeah, but his damage attacks 4 to 14.
Not as much as Satan, but still pretty good.
Yes.
And I look at the description. There can be no question that Asmodeus is the most handsome of all the devils.
I don't know, man. That goatee is quite fetching.
He is the pretty boy.
Minus the horns there. Yeah, sure.
And I like
the
his
ultimate
wand.
evil.
His wand. Well, actually, it's a rod of pure ruby. A rod of absorption. Causing serious wounds touched by anybody.
Dang.
And it's worth 1 million gold pieces?
Yeah.
Dang, I forgot about that.
You guys, that's a lot of levels. We should kill Asmodeus so we can level up.
I sense a campaign
get strong
coming.
enough to beat up Asmodeus.
Well, level 2, I can take him.
Well, well, apparently Trask thought he could at level 1, but...
Well, that was a statue, but yeah, Trask could probably take him. I mean, devils ain't nothing.
Go get him.
So that's pretty much Asmodeus in a nutshell. I mean, there's not really much to say about him. We can't really...
But he's 7.5 feet tall, or 13.5 feet tall. He can't fit in
I don't know why he's 13.5 feet tall.
It's a weird number.
I know. But I know I'm referencing that article a lot, but it gives some really good background on how he, took control of the 9 hells. Basically, one of the, what was it, Astaroth was like the treasurer of hell.
Mm-hmm.
And before Balzabul was ruling, and through various backroom dealings and machinations, what have you, the treasurer of hell, who's like, he holds the keys to true power because he has all the money, saw them both one day and said, "Hello, Balzabul. Hello, Lord Asmodeus." Well, guess what? When he put Lord Asmodeus, Balzabul knew he was not in charge anymore.
Okay, so here's something kind of cool with your politics of hell thing. I'm just on the Wikipedia page.
Yeah,
it's saying it references the politics of hell article, and Satan is more powerful than any other devil, but lacks support, having been exiled from hell by Beelzebub. following a resolution. Beelzebub, meaning Lord of the Archdevils, was later himself overthrown by Asmodeus, and is forever after known as Beelzebul, Lord of the Flies, with flies meaning little devils in this context. Huh.
Right.
Interesting,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool. There's some neat history going on there in D&D Fake Hell.
D&D fake hell.
D&D fake hell. Okay.
So that's how we can use him. That's how I'd use him. Do the research, study about him, learn. Just don't start worshiping.
No, of course not.
Not cool.
Wow, you shouldn't say it's not cool. To each his own, because you never know. From our listening audience.
Well, okay,
That's true.
whatever.
You can't
But,
condone.
like, just don't...
Yeah, don't sacrifice things.
Don't kill yourself or anything else. The game caught enough flack.
Yeah, we had enough black leaves of our time.
True.
So let's head into Dragon's Horde and wrap things up for the night.
The Dragon's Horde.
Okay, in Dragon's Horde, this is kind of a change of pace. We're talking about Wand of Orcus.
Yes.
This totally goes against the whole devil motif. It's a demon weapon.
Yes. But it's an artifact.
And you're evil, so that's why you threw me off like that, right?
Exactly.
Curses!
Well, it's the whole debate of, is it actually really an artifact? Does it really exist? Or is it just rumor?
Well, of course it really exists. It was a major plot point in 4th edition.
Well, yeah.
What edition?
I'll just be going now. I'll see you guys.
Yeah, you're just disconnected for that comment.
Oh, no.
Banished.
Go ahead.
I would, you know what? Now that we're talking about the Wand of Orcus here, in the Dungeon Master's Guide, page 162, it's actually the last one in the whole artifacts. Ghastly weapon is property of the demon prince Orcus. And at times it is said he would allow his wand to pass into the prime material plane or the wreak chaos and evil upon all living things. The wielder of the wand does not have the full death-dealing power of the device, the victim of its blow having a saving throw versus magic to avoid death or annihilation. Gods, godlings, demon lords, spirit devils, saints, and demigods are not affected at all, of course. A little disclaimer. And it goes on, you can fill in the blanks for all the different special abilities it has.
That's kind of cool. I just realized that's like the whole premise for Death Notebook, the anime.
Yeah. But
just think about it. It's like almost the whole same thing.
It is.
They throw the book and, let's see what happens.
Yeah, there you go. Funny that. But as far as using it in a campaign, the Wand of Orcus is nasty, and I would say yes, in my current campaign world, it's somewhere. I don't know where. But I'm sure it's there, and it's not just lying about. Somebody is using it.
I would hope not.
Well, you have demons and devils running about in my campaign world where evil is pretty much one. Yeah, Wand of Orcus is around somewhere.
I don't think he's not in my campaign. Orcus is not around in my campaign, nor is his wand. So I'm going to say his wand in mine is not reality. It's just legend that people talk about.
Oh, okay.
I myself have not given it much thought, but I think it's interesting. And I'm gonna. It's Schrodinger's Orcus wand. It neither is not there or not there. Like, I just have not ever even really thought about it.
Yeah, it's one of those artifacts to where it looks like, compared to the other ones, it's relatively low powered.
Mm.
So it's an artifact that I guess could make its appearance in a campaign, be a plot device for a larger campaign quest or what have you. You know, that's how I kind of see it. Just comparing it to some other things like the Sword of Kos, for example. You know, it's like the Sword of Kos, when you look at the different special abilities, actually has more special abilities than the Wand of Orcus. So it's somewhere around a low level artifact. So when you take in all the other ones into consideration, it's not like, when you have all the hordes of dragonkind. So,
yeah.
But
all the Dragon Balls.
Yes, all the Dragon Balls.
Wait, it's the 7 balls of
no, you're right. Oh, no, you didn't.
Is it? No, they couldn't have.
No, they didn't.
They did.
Well, like, the thing is like the Dragon Balls are from an ancient Chinese myth called Journey to the West, which was around for a really long time before Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball's based off of that. They might have.
You think?
I don't know. How many orbs of dragonkind are there?
We're getting off the beaten track, but there are 8.
8?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. It's dubious. I think they might be the Dragon Balls.
I disbelieve.
Make your saving throw.
Roll the disbelief.
I passed. Anyway.
Never know.
But yeah, I would have it in the campaign. In fact, I'm thinking now more about it. It's like, yeah, it's probably around somewhere. And
yeah, I think that's how I feel about it.
And you know what? Maybe somewhere along the lines, the player characters are going to have to get rid of it somehow. At least, if not destroy it, because in my opinion, something like that cannot be destroyed. But you can banish it, remove it from this plane of existence.
Teleport it to the sun.
Yes.
So, Crispy, what would Trask do with this wand?
Well, he would probably talk like this because it's a wand.
Use it as a back scratcher.
He might go clubbing.
No.
Ah.
I don't know.
Get out now.
Is it irrevocably evil? I mean, like, if he possessed the wand of Orcus, would that just blacken his soul?
Well, you know what? I think it depends on the DM, because it has all the different special abilities that you fit in. That could be something that it does. It's maybe, I think one of the, I forget which powers and effects can alter alignment or slowly change alignment or something like that. I thought there was one like that.
Yeah, there is one of that. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but you could make it that way.
Yeah, because, like, I don't know, it's interesting, because, like, the wand it's not super detailed.
No. And I don't think it's meant to be.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be unique to each DM's campaign world.
So, I mean, if you were to give it, like, I don't know, it really depends on, like, what the wand could do, and I'm knowing Trask, he would probably mess around with it for a while to see what it would do, at the risk of, making him irrevocably evil. But, I mean, you just go around and just kill people.
Yeah.
With it. The victim of its blow having a saving throw versus magic to avoid death.
On table 4, major malevolent effects, it's R, reverse alignment permanently.
Yee. That would make him chaotic evil.
Yeah.
Well, actually, currently, right now, Trask is chaotic neutral.
Oh.
So that's not... You're just like one step away, my friend. You're already jumping with chaotic good and chaotic evil.
Remember because of your whole dead zone incident?
That's true, yeah. I forgot. I totally have the powers to see the future. I think. I don't know.
You think, yeah. So you don't know exactly. But
yeah, the Wand of Orcus, it's interesting. I think I would keep it in my campaign. I don't know if they would ever find it, but I think it might be there.
I would customize it a little bit.
Yeah. I would too.
It's just like you said, it's not as powerful as the rest of the artifacts. I would juice it up a little.
But the thing is Orcus himself is so powerful. He's a tough cookie.
Mm-hmm.
He's a cookie.
So he is. He's a big ram-headed cookie.
What kind of cookie?
Chocolate chip. Well, he's kind of pudgy, so for him it's chocolate chunk.
Chocolate.
I was thinking chocolate fudge.
Fudge.
You're way too good at that. But yeah, so I mean, Orcus himself he's pretty bad.
It's full of pudding.
He's filled with pudding.
Black pudding. Sorry.
God, that reminds me when I was playing. Go ahead.
I don't know if like the wand really needs to be that much more powerful.
I would make it to where if somehow the player characters gain possession of this thing, they want to get rid of it ASAP.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're not going to want to like, I have the power of the wand of Orcus, and then they get it, and they're like, when plants in a 10-mile radius start withering and dying, and their alignment alters, and their nose falls off. I don't know. And
that's pretty harsh.
The nose falling off really topped it.
No, I meant the grass going around them.
Hippie. Anyway,
I would think that if this wand was in the prime material plane, ready to be found, that if you found it, someone else is going to be looking for it too.
Yeah, that's another good point.
There's got to be some evil mastermind out there that has a way to figure out where it is.
Right. It'd be like a race to get the Great MacGuffin here. So basically, it is a MacGuffin device, isn't it? It really is.
Aren't all artifacts in a way, though?
More or less.
Yeah.
Except apparatus of Kowalsh. That is totally kick butt. It's a Mac.
Right.
Well, it is. Sort of.
All right, let's go on to our last segment. So, this is the end of the show.
Donuts.
Jeez, Nick. Crispy, want to thank you for coming on and joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, it was a real pleasure having you on.
Yeah. You say pleasure like it's a double-edged kind of thing. You don't like me.
I like you.
But I'm just kidding.
But yes,
but
your feet smell. No.
Oh, my bad.
We'll be back
a condition
next week, hopefully, with another show and back on track with the full crew, minus Crispy, maybe.
Well, you guys know where to find me if you need me.
Oh, really?
Plus Crispy. Oh, what?
Plus Crispy? Oh, Crispy's a permanent member now?
Extra Crispy.
All right, so keep it original, keep it old school, and good night, everybody.
Night.
Good night.
Roll for initiative.